afternoon, everyone. All right, this thing going faster than one. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for joining this webinar series. This is our third consecutive day of this information session in which we inform our attendees about EnrolledJa and the great benefit there is to EnrolledJa. We see more persons coming in. So the session is scheduled to begin at 5. It is 5:05 or somewhere about. Let's give others another 5 minutes. Give us another 5 minutes. Let us wait till some more persons come in. In the meantime, just send a text, call a friend, inform them that we are live. We are ready for them. We are streaming live also on YouTube. And just get them here. It's of great benefit. You want everybody to win with whatever I'm telling you. This is something that will benefit everybody, to be of great help to you. So in 5 minutes, everybody hear me clearly? You can open the mic and indicate or just message. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah.
Anybody? I see Jade here. Rian, Michaela. Anybody hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. I just want to ensure I'm not talking to myself now. All right. So give us another 5 minutes. We'll start to just send a message, tell other persons to come in. We are ready. And then we get the show on the road. I promise I won't be too long with the session this afternoon because I know we are just fresh from class and all of that sort of thing. So 5 more minutes and then we will start. Thank you. Okay, so we are about to start once again. Thank you so much for joining us. So we have a group here on Zoom, and we also have persons joining live on YouTube. Once again, thank you for, after a long day of school, a long day of online learning, and the fatigue with always being online, you still saw it fit to join me here today. So I really appreciate it. And let me say it's good. It's good for you to be here, and I promise you that the information that will be presented to you would be of great benefit to you. Before we start officially, I like to do a little roll call, as it were. So we have persons from around the island. Just want you just to indicate the school you're from. You can just unmute and state, or you can just type in the chat. Do so also on YouTube. Just state the school that you're from. Let us see who we have here today. So
Christian from Westwood High School.
Hey, Westwood, great. Thank you so much for being here. Who else do we have today?
Michaela Scale from Central High School.
Hey, Michaela. Great. I am Michaela and you are Michaela. Finally, we have somebody from Central. I've been wanting to have to my people from Central. Central never let me down before, you know. So thank you for being here. And please, as usual, just still send out those messages. Inform persons that we are here. So Clarendon College is also in the house. Good. Westwood again. Teachfield is here. Thank you again. We have Westwood indicating on YouTube as well. So we have persons right across the island today. It's always good to speak to my students. Mannings is here. Rossizi, thank you so much for being with me today. So we are spanning the entire island once again. Westwood again. Westwood will not be out down this afternoon as usual. Said Mary, hi, great. Yeah, man, persons are coming in. So round up the troops, send those messages, make a call, tell everybody to be here right now. It will be of great benefit for everybody. You want your friends to win, you want your colleagues to win, not only for those in your school, in your year group, but from other schools as well. Just send a message and let them know that we're about to give some critical information that will be of great benefit to you. So we have Dr. Leavell from Four Plots, Clarendon. Okay, that's very good. Thank you for joining us here today. All right, so so while you remind others to join, let me just start the session. We'll repeat if necessary as we go along. And this is a very relaxed session. Apart from those unnecessary interruptions, you know, the background, as you can unmute, ask a question if you have a burning question. I won't be I'm not that strict as it pertains to the running of the session, but just no unnecessary noise in the back. Give me a second there. The computer being stubborn with me today. Yes, unsettled. So any burning question, just unmute, ask a question, type your question. It's a very relaxed setting that we are having today. So everything that can be said about EnrolledJa. All right, just 1 second, forgive me. Send those messages 1 second for me, please. Yeah, sorry about that. So everything that can be said about COVID-19 has been said, right? You're experiencing it in your own unique way, in terms of online school. A situation I know that you would prefer otherwise. You prefer to be at school, linking with your crew, talking to people, that face-to-face engagement. But it is what it is, right? We have to still cope, and there's a lot of limitations that it has brought. We heard yesterday where the Prime Minister pretty much announced the restriction for Christmas, which is just painful for a lot of persons. But I trust and hope that you are indeed abiding by the protocols, right? The more we disobey the protocol, I'm not here as a mouthpiece for the government, as it were, but you have common sense have to reign, right? So the more we disobey the protocols, the more persons will get sick. The more persons will get sick, the more pressure will be on the health service and the longer the restrictions will be, right? That's just pretty much it. So tell persons just to sacrifice a little bit for the longer good. Schools can reopen. And we hear a lot of persons wondering whether or not schools will be fully open for January. It's highly unlikely, right? Especially because we know persons that will go against the whole protocol and everything like that. But just do your best, play your part, tell a friend, you can't force everybody to do whatever, but do what you can do and just please stay safe. So anyway, as we're saying that it has brought a lot of restrictions on us in terms of you gaining information, because most of you would have been in grade 11 to 13, right? The major avenue in which you would have been getting information regarding where to go after high school, which university, college, or skills training institution to go, would have been through your career fairs and your school visits. Some of you would have visited different tertiary institutions and so forth. But because of the restriction in gathering, that is pretty much dead for us this year, right? So the way that most tertiary institutions are using to communicate with you guys would have been through online engagements such as these. But it is not as effective as you want it to be, because hey, you're online for the full day, in the middle of the day, probably early morning, late afternoon, a random institution want to talk to you. You're probably interested, but you're tired and you just can't bother. You're not processing as much. The other avenue is institution hosting their own session, but how many of you guys actually hear about them, right? Just advertise on your social media page. Or what is the likelihood that you're following the social media page of any tertiary institution, right? So a lot of information is going by that you don't know. Another major challenge is information regarding financing, which is a major challenge for most persons. So a lot of you, everybody here is bright, right? Everybody is going to get them CSEC. Everybody is going to get their CAPE. You'll be qualified. Now it's about how am I going to pay for university? You can't get information on scholarship. But what we are here to tell you is that there are a lot of free money. Let me say free money. Somebody has to pay for it. But for you, a lot of free money out there in the form of grants, bursaries, and so forth. But you don't know about them. You have opportunities such as JAMVAT. That is probably the easiest financial aid you possibly can get. You just apply for JAMVAT. I've never heard about a person being turned down for JAMVAT. Offered through the Ministry of Education. Once you apply, once you get through, you complete 200 hours of voluntary service in a year. And after the completion of that service, 30% of the tuition fee is paid. Just like that. Yet a lot of persons don't know about this. You have the PATH program where once you're a registered PATH recipient, or even if you're not already a PATH recipient, you can apply for the grant and 100,000 is paid towards the tuition fee. The Students Loan Bureau, a lot of persons think that the Student Loan Bureau is only about giving loans, but the Student Loan Bureau actually have grants. They have grants that they give away at least $50,000 or so to each person that apply. I don't know, I'm not sure the amount of persons, but they have free money, as it were. A lot of persons just don't know about these opportunities. And that is why Enrolled Jamaica is here. We are going to provide you with a whole lot of opportunities, information, more than you could ever imagine. And this is how it is all done. So as mentioned before, I am Mikhail Johnson, co-founder, managing director of EnrolledJa. But in another post, I also serve as the recruiting officer, the head of recruitment for the Michael University College. So I won't speak about Michael just as yet. I'll speak briefly about Michael. This is primarily about EnrolledJa. But in the latter part of the presentation, I'll talk a little bit about Michael. I know some of you would have been interested in going to a teacher training institution or just getting a degree in education. But we'll speak a little bit more about that as we go along. Thank you for those who have joined while I was speaking. Some persons came in. What we were doing in the early part of the presentation was just to indicate the school you're from. So if you want, you can just send a message in the chat. Just tell us which school you're coming from, so we can give you and your school a big up, as it were. All right, so moving along, let me start officially the presentation. This is a little promo video. It's 45 seconds, so it moves a little fast, but it's a fun video. So just take in as much as you can, and then we speak after it. It's just 45 seconds. All right, so let me just give myself a little trouble. So you just watch the video. Who is brave enough or willing enough just to try to summarize what you think EnrolledJa is about based on the information that you saw? Just anything you get from the video, just shout, unmute, type, just tell me what you get from EnrolledJa. What is it that we have to offer? Just a few seconds. Let me see if anybody is willing to say. We'll definitely explain, but let me see what you guys process from all that.
Well,
yes, go ahead.
It's basically a platform. You assist persons in getting going to a higher level of education. Like give them the tools, as you mentioned before, the part branch, how they can go about getting enrolled in a university.
All right, thank you much. That was Chrisan, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's a great summary. Thank you so much, Chrisan. All right. So in a nutshell, we are an information. All right. Somebody, let me see. Somebody message us now. Let me see if this. There you go. Thank you so much, Rihanna. So it's to give information on higher studies, pretty much. So in a nutshell, we are an information hub. We bring all the key stakeholders critical to information in one marketplace. So as mentioned before, pre-COVID, you would have had tertiary fairs, you would have had university visits. You would go to the different universities and find what is here, what is on offer there, or you would have your career day or so forth, where different institutions come and they inform you about what is happening. That is a no-show for this year because of COVID. However, you still need to get information. You still know what is what offerings are there. We're bringing that tertiary fair online. So just like how your guidance counselor would be the mid person there. So your guidance counselor bring you as a students to the spot, and he or she brings in the tertiary institution to the career fair. We are doing all of that. So we are a hub, we are a central place in which you'll get information from all the stakeholders. So we are an online platform that provides access to content that assists persons seeking to enroll into any institution of higher education. Did you know that currently we have 81 registered tertiary institutions in Jamaica? A lot of us didn't know that. If I were to ask some of you, what is it that you want to do? Where is it that you want to go? Your options are probably limited to the big dogs there, as it were. You know, the MICO, the UE, the UTEC, the NCU, all of the big, more popular institutions. But there are 81 registered tertiary institutions in Jamaica. And my perception is that without information such as this, it pretty much limits you in terms of your options. And if you were to even have a career fair, the reality is that you'll get probably 15 institutions, the max 20 on a good day, right? And you wouldn't know about these other institutions that exist. So you choose your career, choose where to go based on limited information, will put you sort of at a disadvantage. So case in point, you want to pursue teacher education for argument's sake, right? Or you're more inclined to do teaching, you want an education degree, but you don't know about the existence of a micro university college. So you end up doing some kind of other second degree that you probably not really like, but because you don't know about these opportunities. Or you're an agriculturist, you like taking care of animals, you like planting, like reaping, but you don't know that case exists. You find yourself somewhere else. Information is key. We're presenting with a lot of information. We are exposing you to as much tertiary options as possible. Some of you want to be a pilot. How many of you that know that there's an aviation school in Jamaica? Some of you want to do nursing. How many of you know a lot about all the nursing institutions that are on offer in Jamaica? We're bringing all of these persons to you so they can provide you with all the critical information. The same thing as it relates to tertiary financing. As mentioned before, there are a lot of free money, scholarship grants that go unclaimed every single year. Sometimes it's not even your own fault as to why you don't know about this. Sometimes it's like the information is like secret. So you would have institutions, especially, hey, Amada Scott from Demby, big up Demby's in the house. Remember, continue to inform students. Sorry, I just break from the conversation like that. I'm excited when persons highlight their school and all of that. So just inform your other friends that Demby, Westwood, Rossies, man, is all the people that we are here, and some more persons can come in. Yes. So we have all of these financial assistance out there, but you don't know. You have some workplace that is like a secret thing. So then tell a little friend, but you know, so a little scholarship thing, the one little grant offering there, and you see some persons going out there and getting their tuition fee paid when you know you're qualified, but all you don't have is just the financial resources. And sometimes you can't even blame your parents. Because most of you know, some of you will hear from your parents, I don't pay for your high school already, you know, for you to go work. And you know, say, boy, you know, it better me get a certificate. Even if I don't want a degree, I stick a certification or something more, because I guess everybody has subject nowadays, you know. As a matter of fact, getting a degree is of itself is not as special as it once was, but it's a tool, right? It's a foundation. You're setting yourself as a foundation. There's no guarantee that success will come to you just by having a degree or so forth, but you're setting yourself a foundation. So we're bringing all of these sort of information to you. So when you decide to go pursue higher studies next year or go somewhere else, you're doing so with a lot of information with you. So we are pretty much a digital career fair. So you're not going to have the face-to-face engagement, you're bringing it online. So what you do when you subscribe, and it's for free, and I'll soon tell you exactly how you subscribe. In fact, during this session, we want you to start the subscription. You would have seen a welcome message in the waiting room for Zoom. I hope most of you paid attention to that. The key for this meeting, subscribe. It is for free. There is no cost whatsoever. It takes a minute or 20 minutes or a minute or less for some persons to subscribe. That's key. So we're a digital career fair. So the information that you'll receive in the face-to-face way, when pre-COVID, you're presented with that information on WhatsApp, your email. Get used to using your email, people. You're adults now. We know sometimes you can't bother, you probably visit your email every now and again, but you'll realize that a lot of the key information you need going forward will be sent to your email. So try, you remember to check your email as often as possible. So information will send to you by WhatsApp, Instagram, to your social media handles. Will ask you for that information through text message or so forth. But it's critical that we get your number, especially a WhatsApp number and your email address. Most critical that we get that sort of information. We'll send you all of that. So what is happening? Well, what will happen now? Sorry, is that say the MICO is hosting a webinar. We will send you that information. We will send you the information on the webinar, the link. We'll send it to your email. We'll send it to your WhatsApp. We'll inform you by text message that, hey, some information was sent to your email and you get to join the webinar. And even if you can't join in a webinar live, you'll get the recording. So if NCO host had held something, Bethlehem College in St. had host something and you didn't get to join live, we'll send you the recording so you'll still get all the information necessary. Institutions or organizations such as the Student Loan Bureau will be here to give you all the necessary information, and all of that will be there. So it's not even a case that you need to have constant internet connectivity, because we know the reality out there. You just need data, enough data on your phone to get in content, and you'll be presented with all of that. So you'll be going forth with a lot of information. This is our landing page. I will say before, if you have a secondary device or if you want to minimize the screen, have Zoom over there, you can go on the website now. It's www.enrolledja.com. www.enrolledja.com. Right here, you'll see a tab called Articles and Advice. Now, what that bit is about is that separate and apart from getting concrete, from getting first-hand information from different tertiary institutions and so forth, we have a team of young professionals who can guide you. So look, consider the scenario. So you want to select a career most time based on perception. So sometimes you don't really have enough information what a career is about. You just like a thing. Some person will say, oh, it's my passion. Why I want to do law, it's my passion. It can't really be your passion because you have to experience until you be your passion, right? So it is a feeling you have that something fits you. But oftentimes there are a number of factors that exists within a particular career field that you're not aware of. So some persons choose some careers, they choose some area of study, and even in the middle of study, they say, you know what, this isn't even not for me, you know. So sometimes you waste money and choose something else because you realize that it is more than you even thought, more than you can really handle sometimes. And sometimes even about job satisfaction. You have some person going to a job and they don't really fit, then they don't really bother with it because they didn't have enough information. So we have a team of young professionals who can guide you in terms of careers, guide you in terms of the realities of the different careers that you may choose. And we will work together in this because we already have a team. But if it's so that is a career you're choosing and you're wondering about, just let us know. You'll get our contact information soon. In fact, it's right here, 5794174. Just look on the left-hand corner of the landing page. You can write that number from now. Send us a message, and we will get those persons to speak with you. You have the one-to-one engagement. So again, it's all about ensuring that you get enough information. Career tips also, we have not only young professionals, but persons who are currently in university who can guide you in terms of the university process. Let them tell you what it's like being at university, what are the do's and don'ts, what are the pitfalls. So when you enter university, it won't be a shocker to you, but you'll have enough information to say, oh, I knew all about this already because you got information through EnrolledJa. So this is our landing page, www.enrolledja.com. You have a resources tab here. So we'll send you content. So whatever content we send you, it will be posted on our website, right? Oh, sorry, the number is 5794174. I'll put it in the chat. However, you'll soon see a page that will list our full contact information. So it's 5794174. So you know, you just shoot us a WhatsApp number there. No, this was private. I don't want it to be private. Give me a second. All right, so let me say, I think that message had gone private. I want everyone to have it. So it's 5794174. Yeah, I think everybody is seeing that now. Yeah. So that is it. So the resources, so whatever information we send to you, it will be on our website. The links to different institutions, we will have content from different institutions on our website. So this will be your little hub, right? So just like in the afternoon, the first thing y'all go on is WhatsApp, Instagram, or so forth. EnrolledJa, we'll be rolling out an app very soon. So this will be your little information hub where you can always be interacting with content from various institutions and so forth. All right, so in a nutshell, you'll get three main things. Access to information on local tertiary institutions. And remember, not only the traditional colleges, but the skills training institution. You're not seeing the number. Give me a second, people. Let me try again. I don't know already. I type in the number. I want to ensure that everybody sees it. Oh, this is what I was doing wrong. Everyone in the meeting. That is what I was doing wrong. So 5794174. There you go. Yes. Yeah, there you go. So 5794174. Yes. So that's the WhatsApp that you can reach us. So as I said before, you get content from colleges, universities, skills training institutions. We'll also be getting other institutions such as the JDF on board. We are trying to get the JDF and all, because you know those persons recruit directly from all the high school. So we get them on board to present you with content, send you flyers and so forth. Information on scholarship, bursaries, loans and grants from all over. So from the banks, the traditional, you know, the student loan bureau and those sort of institutions, and those who give scholarships and so forth. We're presenting you. In fact, before the end of this week, we'll be sending another round of scholarships. Each week we try to send at least 10. This week we'll be sending information on the scholarships offered through the Ministry of Education. And it's quite a lot, quite comprehensive scholarship, so you'll be getting a blast. So the key, again, subscribe, and we'll come right to that in how you subscribe. You'll be getting all of that. So you start to prepare yourself from now. And as mentioned, career tips and advice from our team of young professionals and persons currently enrolled in university and all of that, right? And you'll be engaged in a setting such as this. So you'll be streamed on Zoom, streamed on YouTube like it's going on now, or you'll be using the platform of the host host institution. So either the EnrolledJa platform or the platform for different institutions. That is for webinars. And again, if you can't join live for those sessions, they will be recorded and they'll be sent to you. Once you're subscribed, once you're on our database, you will always get content from these various institutions. And again, it will be sent to your WhatsApp, email, via text message, your social media channels. Follow us, you'll get our social media handle information. Follow us, you'll get all the information there. So we are indeed a hub for content. So instead of you having a webinar from that institution today, one today, all over the place, and you do get, it's a concentrated area where you'll get all of that information and you'll get to interact with the various representatives on a one-to-one basis. And this is how it's done. It's quite simple. I promise you, it'll be a minute or less. You go to www.enrolledja.com. You click on members, then you scroll down, you click to join, and you will join as a student. For adults, for teachers, and so forth, you will join as a staff, right? But for students, you'll join as a student. You'll be asked information such as your name, your career choice, the subjects you have, subjects you're pending, the school you're currently at. And yeah, that's information that we can use to build an academic profile for you that could be useful in terms of being strategic in terms of the institutions that will connect with you. So everybody will connect with you, but sometimes some institutions want specific grouping for students and even for our purposes. Because sometimes, we will probably have some information regarding teacher education. I like to use that example because I'm tied to an institution about teacher education. We send to those who are really likely to pursue teacher education. If you're an artistic sort of person, we'll send those who an Edna Mali kind of content you and so forth. But generally, you'll still get all the content. So this is it. This is the sum total of the presentation. This is the main reason for the presentation. Subscribe to EnrolledJa.com. www.enrolledja.com. Remember, you can minimize the window, open a page, use a different device. Just go on right now. www.enrolledja.com. Go to members. Go to join, click on the tab that says join as a student, fill that out, and that is it. It's free. After that, you'll start to get content from us, right? And this is our contact information. So as was presented earlier, this is our WhatsApp number, 579-4174. That's 579-4174. You can send us an email at info@enrolledja.com. That's info@enrolledja.com. Or you can follow us on our various social media handles. So we are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have some persons on YouTube that subscribe while they're there. And even those on Zoom, you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just type in Enrolled Jamaica. And we are also on LinkedIn. Get used to using LinkedIn, people. You are becoming young professionals. You'll find out that this is a great networking platform. A lot of persons access job opportunities here. Networking, again, I cannot stress enough how important networking is. You know that assumption, you know that saying that knowing people is because a man know persons, know as much person as possible. Remember, a degree alone guarantees you nothing in today's day and age. A lot of times by association, be a part of clubs. If you want to enter business, I say to persons, know who run business. Can't be so you want to become a big business person. You don't know who Richard Byers is. You don't know who run this bank. You don't know who run who the Matalans and all of those sort of persons are. Know who are these persons. Join this club. You understand? If you want to do law, you must know who is a Peter Champagne. You must know who these persons are. You understand? If you want to be in teaching, know who are the various principals. At the end of the day, there are 170 odd high schools in Jamaica. Might as well you start to know who running these high schools from now. Be aware, it's not all about just going on Instagram and know popcorn up to and Shensi and all of them sort of person. Them rich and all do them thing already, So the more you spend your time on them, the more they making more money. Invest in your own self. Get information. Don't be bashful about not knowing. Some people are proud about not knowing what is happening around them. I don't understand them. At the end of the day, they want to know why is it I can't make it. Everybody's bright. Everybody have degree. Everybody have subjects. Position yourself to be in front of that line of qualified persons by getting involved and knowing what is happening, right? So follow us on our various social media handles. I mentioned our WhatsApp number 579-4174 and email at info@enrolledja.com, right? So I'm hoping that most persons are currently on the website. What is the name of your profile on LinkedIn? EnrolledJa. Just type in EnrolledJa. You'll see that that coming up on LinkedIn. Type in EnrolledJa or Enrolled Jamaica. Either of them you'll see that pop up on LinkedIn. Yes, so do all of that. So that's pretty much it, people. I trust that most persons are signing up right now as we speak. Give me a second. Are you not alone? Oh, all right, so good. All right, so some persons are signing up now. So any hiccups you're having, just let me know. I can just adjust it, address it right now. Are you trying to put in your birthday and it is in December? What's happening? What specifically is happening? You can unmute and stay. What specifically is happening? Anybody else having any challenges, just let me know. What specifically is happening?
So they have the arrows to go like October or January, whatever. But I can't go forward. I can't go to December. It's not allowing me to, like, it's blocking me from going there.
Anybody else having that challenge?
It's probably because the year that's there, it's 2020, so it cannot go to December 2020. You have to go way back up to when you were actually born.
Change a year. Yes, good. Change a year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So that's it, people. I'm happy we see some persons already starting to subscribe. Let me go back right here. I'm opening the floor for questions now. So any questions regarding the platform? All right, let me just use this opportunity, 2 minutes, briefly about Michael. So the Michael, so remember it's not a Michael platform, but because I work for the Michael, I still have to represent my institution, right? So we'll be hosting our own webinar December 7, 8, and 9. Remember, December 7, 8, 9. You don't have to come every day, just come one day, right? It begins at 5 in the afternoon, 5 to 6:30, right? Quick presentation, 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours with you. You'll ask all the questions necessary, all about our programs. You'll get that information through a blast when you subscribe, and you'll also get that information from the guidance counselor. But for the subscribers, you'll get that information first. We'll send you a blast in terms of the webinar. It'll be a great little setting. All the questions will be answered. You can start your application process, however. Just go to www.themico.edu.jm. Go on the website, you'll see the banner apply now. Click apply, just apply for any of our programs there. I encourage everybody though, some of you may have an idea where is it that you want to go, the career choice, but apply for as much institutions as possible. I cannot stress this enough. Application for the most part is free, especially if it's online. They charge you nothing, it takes nothing from you. Put in an application. You don't know what may happen. Make use of all the opportunity. Nothing is more satisfying than when the time for graduation come and all of that. You see you're getting acceptance from what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 institutions. You get to choose. The reality is that institutions want you more than how you want the institutions. A lot of you may be wondering, boy, I don't know if I can accept my grades. Get your basic requirement, the basic entry requirement for most institutions, right? I didn't hear what you said before. Apply. All right. Sorry, looked like I was moving fast. So this is regarding Michael. Fabian, I can answer. Is this regarding Michael? Apply to Michael?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So apply online. So you can go online. Let me put in www.themico.edu.jm. Oh, this again, as usual, when I send the thing, I always send it to one person. So let me do it again, www.themico.edu.jm. Just go on our website there, or you can just Google the Michael. You'll see a banner, apply now. Applications open, I just click on the apply now and send in the applications. So the Michael offers degrees right across the education spectrum, right? So we offer 20 degrees in the humanities, education, and the science and technology. So when you go online, you see the listing of the degrees. Remember, we'll have our webinar, so you get more detail about this. Remember, coming to the Michael doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go into teaching. You get a degree in education, right? A degree in education. a degree that if you say you did business and you don't want to teach business, you can work in the financial industry. Suppose you came there and you did human ecology and hospitality services. You can be a foods teacher, clothing and textile teacher, but you can work in the garment industry, you can work in the hotel services industry and so forth. So once the degree is akin to an era of and a career akin to that particular specialization, you will qualify and you can enter those careers with the degrees. So go online, you'll see details regarding all the programs there, but December 7th, 8th, and 9th, join us here. You'll get the blast, join the link, YouTube, and all of that, and you'll also get the recording. We'll tell you all that needs to be known about Michael. But for any this is a Q&A session, so any other questions you may have regarding EnrolledJa,
just to jump in there, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I'm here.
Right, just to jump in, you can introduce me. I'm Mr. Wright. I assist there with the some of the technical aspects of the website and the system. The question that came in regarding the sign up, a student who said she had difficulty selecting the month December. Just a moment.
Yes. Oh, sorry, student. Mr. Wright is also works with us at EnrolledJa, so he's on our team. So
yes,
that's why he had the
sorry about that.
Putting like that. Yes.
Right. Apologies for the noise in the background. I'm mobile at the moment. Right. So the system by default may have 2020 rather selected as the year. Now, if you're trying to select your birth date, the system won't allow you to choose December if the year 2020 is already selected, because the system won't accept that you're born in December 2020, especially because we're in the month of November right now.
In fact,
so you first have to change the year.
Yeah, we had
and then you can change the month.
That. Yeah, we had a participant that actually explained that for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Perfect. There you go. Because when I heard that, I had to.
My people know like that, man. She explained that to the team.
Yeah. Perfect. It's good to know we have others in the. There we go. All right. All the best.
Yeah, man. All right. So it's Q&A time. Any question regarding EnrolledJa, scholarships, regarding career choices, anything you want to ask? We are scheduled to end. Whoa, we are scheduled to end at 5:45. It's now 5:58, but I can give you another 10 minutes. I know that persons are subscribing right now. So if you have any challenge with that right now, we can assist you. And any other questions you may have generally in terms of careers, you know, you're at that point, you're about to move. We have 10 minutes. You can shoot your question and we'll answer for you. So the floor is yours, people.
Sir, you have 5:58 as your time?
Yes, what? Am I wrong? What time is it?
I have
5:45.
5:40. All right, let me tell the Joe now. So I have two devices separate apart from my computer in front of me. So one is saying 5:58 and one is indeed saying 5:45. So this one is telling me nonsense. All right,
was telling you nonsense.
All right, so we'll bring it up to 6 then. Although we should end at 5:45, let's bring it up to 6. So any questions, careers, jobs, scholarships, anything that you may want to ask at a career fair kind of thing, we are here to assist you with that. So you can just ask your questions.
Good day, sir.
Yes.
I just heard about the program and I just joined the meeting a while ago, so I'm kind of unsure what it's really about. But questions I have, I'm in 11th form and I'm interested in going to a university to study technology, so I'm wondering how I could go about that process. Sir, the mic's muted.
You want to go to study technology? Repeat that last part for me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's possible to go from like grade 11 straight to university to start studying technology, if that's possible.
All right. When you say technology, what do you mean?
Like information technology.
Information science. All right. Grade 11. So most institutions like the Michael, I always have to read the Michael, so you see a little bias right here, but it's not the only one. So let's bear with me now. Most institutions, the basic entry requirement is 5 CSEC, Maths and English at the basic level. There are few institutions right now that requires of you to have CAPE, right? And it's very much, all right, to know the institution that will require of you to have CAPE, right? separate and apart from doing medical science or so forth, if the institution's degree program is 4 years, it's 3 years, then more than likely you would have to have CAPE going in, because pretty much CAPE is entry-level university work. It's pretty much the work that you'll do at first year at any college or university. That's what CAPE is. So it is dependent on the university that you want to go. But most institutions, the MICA also does computer studies, right? Sorry, I will have to put that out there, but you select where you want to go, but I have to do my thing right here, right? Bear with me. So most institutions have a basic entry requirement, so you have 5 CSEC. So once you get your CSEC subjects, right after you do what you call CXC, once you do CSEC, you're pretty much qualified. So the key, as I tell most students, get your CSEC. There's nothing more you can do. Most of you not working. No matter your sense, you go fret and say you can't do it. You haven't done the exam as yet. Get at least 5 CSEC. Try to get the mathematics and English. And some of you are doing city and guilds. Some of you are doing city and guilds. Maths and English, some institutions accept city and guilds at level 3, but try to get the CSEC, try to get at least 5 subjects, and especially try to get the maths and English. Some institutions will give you a little leeway if you get the English, but you never really get the maths, but you have 6 subjects or support. But don't really strive for that. Try to get 5 CSEC at the minimum, ensure that maths and English is in the mix. That is all you need to do. But at the grade 11 stage, you're pretty much ripe and ready to enter most institutions.
Is UTech a possible option?
Definitely. UTech, the basic entry requirement will be 5 CSEC. We're hoping to have a webinar with them very soon. We're targeting by at least next week. Although, because Christmas is on us, I'm sorry, but I'm not a real fan of Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm not a Christmas person. Some people say I'm a Grinch. But the thing is, I think Christmas is slow progress for most times. I'm a workaholic. So I'm not really a Christmas fan. But anyway, because of Christmas, most institutions will kind of be slowing down, but it will still have some persons hosting events in December. So just look out for those. But yes, UTech is an option in terms of that. Their basic entry requirement is 5 CSEC.
Sir, is it possible to also get like a scholarship?
All right, let me tell you about the scholarship thing now. This scholarship is a game of chance. The reality that you'll have to face, all right, first of all, there's a difference between a scholarship, bursary, and a grant. A bursary and a grant, a bursary pretty much and a grant is more similar than a scholarship per se. So most bursary and grant, the figure is smaller, and some are specific to a particular area in education or so forth. So you're looking like sometimes 50,000 or 100,000 or so forth, right? A scholarship oftentimes covers a greater degree of your work. So sometimes it covers your entire year study, your 4-year study, a 3-year study, sometimes it covers 2 years and all of that, but there are different breakdowns. The reality, however, is that it's usually easier to get a scholarship if you're an existing student, because you realize that most persons offering scholarship, they require you have the basic requirement of GPA with the grade point average. You can only have a GPA if you're an existing student. And because everybody would like to go to university free of cost, you have to have mechanism in place to kind of sieve out all of these qualified persons and support. So it's usually easier to get a scholarship when you're already an existing student, when you're going into your second year of support. Not that it's impossible. You have a number of scholarships that you can get directly from high school going in, but there are few. What you can get though, a lot are grants and bursaries. So those, all right, for example, the Jamba that I spoke about, that's a grant, right? That's 30% of your tuition free. There's the one from the PATH program. yeah, I don't really need this right now. Okay, yes. So I was saying before, like the PATH program and so forth, those are grants. It's easier to get in that. So you can apply for those, and we'll be sending the listing for those, the scholarship grants and so forth. So you can look on the requirements. You'll see the date, you'll see the requirement, whether you have to be in this particular year or what parish you're from, some of them are based on what you're pursuing. So there are different requirements that are meted or that are asked of you. So you have to pay attention to all of those. So look out for the grants. You have some grant tertiary offerings offered by a member of parliament. Know your member of parliament, they have money supposed to give you for finance. So go there and ask them for the money. They have money for you. Those are popular ones that you can get. But I often say that if you have to suffer financially, you should only suffer in your first year, and you don't have to suffer a lot, right? Have enough money, have enough things and stand by it. Student loan also, remember the student loan grant I was telling you about. So it's not only about applying for loan, they have grant offerings. We'll be getting a representative to speak with you guys about that. So please ensure that the subscriptions are going on. This is how you're going to get all of this content. We'll have those persons come on and to explain to you about the grant offerings that you can get from the Students Loan Bureau. Yes, so if you have to struggle just for your first year, right? Save enough money, tough out the first year, but once you're a student, you're supposed to have it hard again, right? There are a lot of offerings. And in fact, not only are those financial offerings, but once you're a student, you would have most universities offering work and travel options. Well, COVID kind of restrict that, but hopefully by next year it will be all passed. You have work and travel opportunities. You have earn and study, where at the university you get the opportunity to work in different offices, and you can earn from those. So those are financial opportunities. And again, you'll get a blast, you'll get a lot of information regarding that from us. So the key is that when you get the listener scholarship, look on all of them, consider all of the scholarship, read up on them from now, and apply to as much of them as possible. Even the ones you think you're not qualified to, apply for them same way. A lot of times persons gain scholarship just by chance, because remember, a lot of persons not applying for them enough for some strange reason. So from it's free money, apply. I'll let you know you're not qualified. If they say that you have to be in St. Catherine, and you know you live in Hanover, apply same way. You understand? If they say you need to have 6 subjects and you have 4, apply same way. Just apply for as much of them. Best believe that you'll get a couple of them that will assist you in that regard. So in a nutshell, that's how you approach the whole scholarship, bursary, and grant thing. But when we start to send you the list in the blast, you'll get more detailed information about all of them. That answers it for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, great. So any more questions? We have 5 minutes left officially. I trust that everybody has been making the subscriptions. I hope that there haven't been any challenges. If you have been experiencing any, just let us know. People on YouTube, I have not forget about you. You can post your questions also. And I trust that you also are subscribing to the platform. So we are here to help you. The information hub, information like no other you've never seen, you have information in a way that you've never seen before. We are here to assist you. I made mention to the fact that we are focusing right now primarily with local institutions. Early next year, we'll be partnering with another overseas institution that will give you access to overseas colleges and so forth. So we haven't forgotten about overseas persons. You'll be getting information about that next year.
Sir.
Yes.
Well, there's some persons who are applying for universities at the moment, right? Like, for example, UWI, and they're requiring certificates of things like CSEC and the CAPE, right? And we just did CAPE, right? And due to the COVID thingy, we have not received any certificate from them. So what do we do in that case?
You have not received any certificate as yet?
Yes, sir. We got the grades, you know, we check online and stuff, but the certificate itself to scan and upload.
Oh, the physical certificate. You haven't received the physical certificate as yet?
No, sir.
No, I think there's a way for you, I know specifically, there's a period in which you submit. I don't think you need them right now. You just need to submit. Submit as much paperwork as you can from now. But I think they should know. We'll be hoping by in December, you will also be one of those institutions, because I have some good friends there that does recruitment. They can come on and share with you in terms of that. But don't worry about that. Just share what you can from now.
Okay,
Yeah, have you asked that? Is there another tip I like to give you guys? Ask as much questions as possible. It may seem a bit generic, but a lot of persons are afraid. All right, I see a raised hand right here. Armada, you can unmute.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's to address the young lady just now. On her application, when she's applying, she could just put pending beside those subjects.
Oh, even though we have already received the results?
The one that you have received and you have not received the certificate.
So she's calling up, she has the result, but it's just a physical certificate that she has to have.
If you have, just to jump in again, if you have.
Yes, miss.
Am I coming across? Am I coming through?
It's a submission of documents that's her challenge.
Okay, okay, all right.
I think another sir was trying to say something.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rohan, answer her. I'm looking at another message. Answer her for me.
All right, just to add, sorry, just to add, if you have the results already, the institutions normally accept them as a preliminary, and on that basis, a lot of institutions will will provide you with a conditional acceptance, provided that those grades meet the minimum matriculation requirements that they have. So they may not be signed, but you may still get a response from the institution saying that you've been conditionally accepted on the basis that you submit the final certificates when they're available. So it's not something that should stop you from sending your application form.
Okay, sir.
Right, I'm saying it's not something that should stop you submitting your application forms. You said that chipped out a bit. I don't know at what point that chipped out, but the gist of my explanation is that you submitting your tentative results may afford you a conditional acceptance.
Okay,
and that conditional acceptance usually stipulates that you, at a later date, need to submit your final. So you can always continue the process.
Yes, man. So
okay, thank you, sir. Yes, sir, I did get it.
Sure.
Thank you.
So Rohan, I've had trouble with the connection. Yeah, got that. Okay, so it's important. Remember, everybody generally not to be afraid to ask, communicate with the institutions, and don't worry. I know that at this time it's a bit nerve-wracking for you, wondering whether or not you're doing it right, or if you signed up everything.
Scary.
But we understand the challenges. So sometimes it may not be a perfect application process for you. You may not have everything ready, but just do as much as you can. Remember, I tell you, believe me when I tell you, the institutions want you more than how you want the institutions. Trust me, you are the ones with the ball. The key is the academically. Just get the academic. Once you have the academics in order, if you don't have the academics, that is when, if you must worry, you should worry then, right? But once you know that you have because you have the cape, don't worry about anything, man. You may have hiccups every now and again. Just inform the institutions that, look here, there's a challenge. I don't have the document right now. What can you do for me? But there's really no need for you to worry about whether or not once you have the academics in order, that is key. Once that is in order, you're good. You're good for the most part.
Okay, sir.
All right, so I want to complete my study electrical engineering. Can I attend CMU? I'm not 100% a CMU does electric. I know they have an engineering program. All right, send that message to us via the WhatsApp number provided once you subscribe. We'll soon send you some flyers regarding CMU, the exact programs offer. That's one of the things we'll be publishing on our website from all of these institutions. At the basic level, you'll get at least a flyer to see exactly what are the programs that each one of them offer. But I think so, Michaela, regarding CMU. But just send us a WhatsApp message just to remind me. I'll just shoot you a flyer regarding the exact listing of programs that CMU offer. But I know that they'll be on board in terms of presenting you. But if you don't, you probably don't want to wait until then. We'll send you that information. Just remember just to send us a WhatsApp message with that. All right. We got Mr. Wright with his mic on. Vote for me, please. All right.
No, I'm saying I'm
mentioned in the youth.
No, go ahead. I'm mobile, so
yes. Mr. Legal had mentioned in his YouTube that regarding scholarship persons, institutions who are offering scholarships to students sometimes specify that they must major in a specific area how to study. As we were saying with the scholarship, there are various requirements. So it may be the area you're studying, when you're studying, the year you're studying in, whether you're second, third, fourth year or so forth, the parish you're from, all sort of requirements. So the key is just to read up on all of them, and then you just go through with a fine tooth comb and see which one will fit you best. That's the art in terms of that. Where would you suggest I study architecture? The first institution that comes to mind is UTech. There are more, but UTech is the first institution that comes to mind. But again, you'll get the full listing in terms of all of that. So don't limit your option only to UTech, but that's the main institution that comes to mind. So I'm interested in many careers, but I'm not sure which one to study after I leave high school, which is a good problem to have. In a funny way, it's a good problem to have. Another tip before I address this specifically, don't be so fixated in terms of the career choices you think you want to pursue, right? I'm sure Mr. Wright can attest to this, right? That when he was at high school, the career he wanted to go in is not what he's in right now. And it's the same thing for me. As you go along, even before you even graduate, but while being in university, sometimes you'll find out about career opportunities. You may be doing a particular course and you hear that, okay, that probably I didn't know that these career opportunities existed. Just read up as much as possible. Right now, the key is ensure that you have the CSEC. Ensure that you have the CSEC in place. Apply for as much as possible. And there are various avenues to which you can decide on. Remember, I always tell you that sometimes we make decisions based on perception. So remember that we have a team of professionals. So we get those professionals here and they will have a one-to-one experience with you. So if it's 5 career choices, we'll have those 5 persons and they'll talk to you about the experience studying this career path, what it was like, what it's like working in the field. So based on that particular analysis, you can best gauge the way you go. But don't be so fixated or confused or depressed that I don't know what you want to do. Most of us have no clue what we want to do. But at the stage, you become closer, because if you do apply for a particular program at the university level, you'll find out that even while at the university, you veer to something else. But the strategy we are using in particular is getting young professionals to speak with you regarding the career choices so they can help guide you along that particular path. All right, any more questions, comments? So, I'm looking at the right time now. It is 6:05, so I'm 5 minutes over. So I'm counting down from 10. If there's no more questions or questions, we'll wrap up this session. Remember, we'll have this session for 2 more afternoons, tomorrow and Friday. Same time. Tell a friend from your school. If you're close to another school, a friend that goes to another school, inform them, let them come, let them join. For those who subscribe, when we sell the first blast that you'll get via WhatsApp and email will be that scholarship listing. We'll send you that hopefully by Friday the latest. So we're trying to work with that date. We'll send you that listing, and along with that, we'll send you some promo materials, some similar to what you're seeing today, where you can send to persons just to inform them, put it on your status, just encourage persons to sign up, because we want as much persons to be a part of this. It is something that can benefit everybody. So there's no disadvantage with you sharing with anybody what we have to offer. So you can help soldier some persons. So next year again, persons will be selecting careers, selecting institutions with a lot of data. Okay, so if there's no more questions, persons, we'll just wrap up the session. Thank you so much again for being here. Really enjoyed your company, really enjoyed the questions. And based on the questions asked, it helps us to guide what are the offerings we will put on the website, because there are a lot more before. Where do I subscribe? I'm sorry. Okay, you were late. All right. Go. All right, let me go to this tab. While I go, anybody wants to tell, who is it that asked a question? Ashley, who wants to tell Ashley how is it that she subscribed while I find the tab? Anybody? Just unmute and state.
Here is subscribing the same thing as joining.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we go, oh, Siri showing it.
All right, so why somebody decide? All right, so. No, man, go ahead, man.
Sure, I would have basically said the same thing that is there. You go to www.enrolledja.com. You know, you click on members, then join as a student. You fill out the form, you know,
all
read
right.
the policies.
Okay, Ashley,
and
so you're here and you're seeing. You go to www.enrolledja.com. Yes. Thank you so much. So you go to www.enrolledja.com. You click on members. Then you click on join tab. You join as a student. That is it. Just answer the questions there. And as Aksania said, the policy, the privacy, because privacy is key to us. Data protection is very important to us. So this information will not be shared willy-nilly with anybody. Even if an institution hosts a webinar, they won't be getting your information just like that, right? So when they will host a webinar, it is you that say, okay, no, I want to sign up with you. But we will not just give them your information like that. No, that is not what it's about. When they host, if you are interested in them, then you will provide them with your information. If you so wish, outside of that, if you want us to share, maybe we'll consider, but it is you that will give them. We will not give institutions your information, right? It's between you and them, that sort of decision. So www.enrolledja.com, click on members, then join, fill out as a student, then that's it, you're in. That's it.
And wait for the email.
Okay, let me go to the info. Thank you so much. Let me go to the info page. So how do you communicate with us after this session? You can send us a WhatsApp message at 579-4174. That's 579-4174. You can email us at info@enrolledja.com, info@enrolledja.com, and follow us on our social media handles. We are on Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on Instagram. Follow us on LinkedIn as well at EnrolledJa, or you can just type in Enrolled Jamaica. You'll find us there. So this is our contact page. It's a community that we are building right here. We assist each other. Questions you may have, concerns, information you may want to be presented, you just shoot us a message and we will provide you with all of that sort of information. Our network is wide, people. Our network with institutions, our network with council is a wide network that we have. So whatever the concerns, we provide you with all the information. So is this an every evening meeting? It's every evening this week. So we'll be doing the same thing tomorrow and Friday. Friday will be the last webinar. So same time, 5 to 5:45. So it's an entire week of information. Yes. So invite more persons to come along from your school, outside the school, adults, once that person has an interest in pursuing higher education. So if the person is 1 year old, and they can say that they want to go to college, or if they're 100-year-old, it doesn't matter. Once they have the desire to pursue higher education, this platform is for them. So just invite them from your school, outside your school. We want everybody to be winning right here, right? So that is it. Any more questions? The information page is still up. So yes, contact us, subscribe, follow, and yes, we are here to help you. So if there's no more questions, thank you so much, guys. As usual, I really, really appreciate the time you took out from your day. We know it's a stressful time, maybe at school. Exams coming up, we know you're preparing for all of that. So you sacrificing this 1 hour to get this information. It's something that's really, really appreciated. Remember, lastly, Michael will be hosting our webinar December 7, 8, and 9. You'll get a schedule soon for the webinar for other institutions. But for now, I speak on Michael 7, 8, and 9. Mark that down, join us, and you'll get a schedule for other institutions that will be hosting their own events. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you so much. You can join me again tomorrow if you so like, but ensure to inform your colleagues again, I say again, to join us so they can know more about EnrolledJa and what we have to offer. So if there's no more comments, I'll sign off now. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of afternoon. And I trust that everybody has already made their subscription to EnrolledJa. Good night.